I think we've got your kind of problem, Horry County Librarian Laura Conrad told Simon when he met her in the lobby of the library. I'm finding books on the floor and displays moved around when no one else is here. Cold spots, footsteps in an empty building. We've got a big event coming up tomorrow, and I'm afraid it's not safe to invite people here. Laura often asked Simon to give presentations on ghosts. Her short graying hair was dyed in rainbow hues, and she loved big jewelry and sparkly clothing. Simon followed her inside. Myrtle Beach's library wasn't huge, but it held a well-stocked variety of books and catered to the tastes of the town's residents. Simon had done a few signings himself here when his ghost books came out. When did the problem start? He looked around, loving the immediate feeling of comfort that came from being surrounded by books. Libraries and bookstores had always been his favorite refuges. Yesterday, when we put up the signs about the upcoming events, Laura told him. At first, I thought it was my imagination. Then the other librarians mentioned having similar things happen when no one else was around. I wondered if we might have someone who wanted to sabotage the events because they didn't like a book or an author, but I checked the security footage and no one showed up. Are any of the books about the supernatural? Simon hadn't told Laura that before his signings, he always did a cleansing and a banishing and put protective hex bags at strategic places in the building. He would remove them afterward, not expecting that the library would need continued warding. Now he regretted not leaving the protections in place. No, that's part of what makes it so weird, Laura replied. We have 2 signings we're promoting right now. The one this weekend is a local history book, and the other is a romance set in Myrtle Beach by an author who grew up here. She led Simon to a display case. Inside was a poster for Paradise Lost, The Rise and Fall of the Ocean Paradise Hotel by Jeremy Long, as well as a hardback copy. A second poster featured Warm Summer Sand, a Grand Strand romance by L. Cullen, with a sample paperback. The Ocean Paradise Hotel seems to be coming up a lot lately, Simon told her. How much do you know about it? Laura smiled. It was before my time, but I had an aunt who used to tell stories about the fancy parties and the celebrities who vacationed here. Quite the place before it went downhill, although I guess there were rumors that it wasn't always a paradise. What have you heard? Simon picked up a nearby copy of the book and thumbed through it. A center section of black and white photos showed the hotel through the years, from its heyday to implosion. The same sort of gossip you hear about all the hotels. Famous people having affairs, marital spats that get out of hand, drunk college kids making bad choices, that sort of thing.